Welcome to Sam Outside. I'm Sam and I'm outside. I'm out here walking the dog. That's just one of the reasons I do this. But we hear it all the time, and it's good advice. Take a hike. You need to walk that off. Yeah, that's good advice because what they're actually telling you is create space. So for me, I spent years just doing this, walking the dog. and so and that's enough. That's great. I'm getting fresh air. I'm getting a little bit of exercise. I'm out in nature, but it was a missed opportunity because I could always find way. Now I find ways to do more. So it's about my intention. So why am I walking? And we make an effort to walk the dog a couple times a day. So I'm out here first thing in the morning, right? Everyone else is asleep, and I mean, like most of the population, right? So that the sun isn't quite up right now. I don't know if we'll see the sun today. It's going to be one of those days, but this is part of my morning ritual, part of my morning routine. I'm up with outside walking the dog within an hour of waking. So I've had water, coffee's brewing. I haven't eaten yet. So this is my time to prepare. I'm laying the foundation for the rest of my day. And so my intention here is to think about those aspects of my day that are not yet in my control, but at least I've got a plan, right? So there's a lot of things on my to-do list. So this is the intention of my mindset, right? But I am still outside getting fresh air. Well, could be getting, some aspects of daylight, if you will. But within this first hour of the day, it's when your body naturally produces cortisol at its highest levels, right? It's your body's way of saying, hey, get ready, prepare, all right? Now that you're awake and active, you're at risk. So, right, we've been in a deep sleep, been inactive, had a chance to cleanse and clean and heal. So now cortisol kicks in, and it's a natural amount. It's a good amount, right? But it's if the rest of your day doesn't have any stresses, right, no need for a reaction that way, then yeah, this is the natural part of the day that you could experience those higher levels, natural levels. So for me, the intention of this walk is preparation, right? And it's a healthy habit. But I'll walk the dog. We'll walk the dog another point toward the end of his day, before he has his dinner. And that's after a work day, right? So we're talking, 8, 10, 12 hours from now. We'll be outside and preferably in nature again. And my intention then, beyond getting the activity and spending time with the loud thing, will be very much a different focus mentally, because I'm going to make an effort at the time, as I always need to decompress. All right. So after the workday's done and I've had different needs to stress, and a lot of those are in my control, there's a need to change who I need to be for the rest of my day. Right. So depending on your situation, that might mean time with family, time with friends, maybe it's hobbies, maybe it's another job, right? So clean the slate. Yeah. So the act of being in the natural world will just naturally divert your focus, your attention, some sensory work. You're going to experience the natural world. And the more biodiversity you've got access to, the better it's going to be. So you don't have to go far, depending on your situation, but it's the act of moving. That's why the advice is take a walk, right? Creating space. That's time and distance. So physically, mentally, emotionally, create time and distance from the situation that got you into that state or that need to walk it off. All right. So the more activity physically, the more likely you are to divert your attention and focus. And the more you're surrounded by nature, the more the natural need to divert your focus. As you navigate the natural world around you, your eyes are connecting left and right. That's engaging both hemispheres of the brain, logical and emotional. The more inactivity you are experiencing during that time of stress, the more your brain is going through all those different scenarios. I could have, should have, would have. I need to, I ought to. So standing still in here. Sitting down, even longer. Potential for raising that cortisol level, ruminating, anxiety, depression, trauma. And if you're lying down and your brain is still 100% active, even more cause, even more potential for that, that negative process. So for me, the advice is the more active you are physically, the more potential you have for changing your mindset. So if I can get out first thing in the morning, take this walk, set the foundation for my day, clear my thoughts, take control over the things I can and not worry about the things I can't yet, but at least I have a plan. Yeah, and if you're like me, got more than one, right? As I navigate my day, these are some choices I may be offered. And, depending on the navigating of my proposed schedule for the day, I'll have different options and I'm going to navigate through that, right? In a positive way. And if I do have an opportunity or a need to reflect on what happened yesterday, day before, they're learning opportunities. And I'm going to be grateful for the things I've done in my past to offer me the situation that I am in currently. Right? I'm grateful for that. And if there are opportunities where gratitude is not the appropriate, then yeah, I've got reason for change, right? So I need to be active for that. I need to be balanced. I need to be regulated. There's my morning sun. And at the end of the day, yeah, there's a lot of things I wish I might have done differently. Situations I could have avoided, situations I could have taken more control over, added more influence in a positive way. But that's not always the option. So let it go. Because the people in my life that I need to engage with after my workday need the best version of me. We need the best version of you. So walk it off. Take a hike. Don't have to go far. Don't have to spend a long time, but create space. So certain situations, certain days might require more time, might require more distance, and you will be a different person for that because you've created change. So be active. You don't have to overdo it. Create some time, 10, 20 minutes. Create some distance. A couple hundred, maybe 1,000 steps, right? But when we are faced with stress, our emotional situation will affect us physically. So to add the reverse to that, you can do things physically that will change your emotional state. So breathe, walk, be active, and your brain and your heart will automatically change how it is you're feeling, right? Just a natural reaction. That's the intention. So yeah, do what you can. You got to be aware of that. So there is some self-awareness, right? But you can build it into your regular practice, right? So yeah. Thanks for watching. Take a hike. All right, go outside. Thanks again. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.